Hey everyone, welcome to today's news update. As you all know, there has been a lot of tension between the US and Canada lately. President Trump has been threatening to slap Canada with tariffs on steel, aluminum, and autos in retaliation for allowing too many people to cross the border illegally. This would have a devastating impact on our infrastructure development. But the government is prepared for various scenarios and plans to take necessary measures to counter the external pressures. We'll be talking more about this issue and other developments, so stay tuned. President Trump plans to slap Canada with 25% tariffs starting February 1st. This move is in retaliation for Canada and Mexico allowing too many people to cross the border illegally. The tariffs will impact infrastructure development across Canada, threatening to drive up costs and disrupt projects. Ontario Premier Doug Ford has responded by saying that the tariffs would be devastating for both countries' economies, hurting workers and businesses on both sides of the border. The Canadian Infrastructure Council suggests various measures to counter the external pressures and protect Canada, such as leveraging insights from the UK's National Infrastructure Commission, identifying interprovincial trade barriers, incentivizing domestic production of critical materials, presenting a cost-benefit analysis recommending targeted measures, and streamlining permitting processes. Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc dismissed President Trump's recent tariff threats as nothing new, emphasizing Canada's preparedness for various scenarios. LeBlanc and Foreign Affairs Minister Mélanie Joly assured Canadians after Trump signed a series of unrelated executive orders. Trump had earlier suggested a 25% tariff on Canada, citing issues with migration and fentanyl. LeBlanc downplayed the unpredictability, while Joly emphasized the government's plans to prevent, retaliate, and provide a long-term response to any tariffs. The cabinet was cautious after Trump's inauguration, without direct mentions of Canada or tariffs, but Joly touted her relationship-building efforts in the U.S. The federal government has plans in place, including billions of dollars in retaliatory tariffs. Canada's response will consider all commodities, including energy exports, and will focus on sectors like orange juice, ceramics, plastics, and steel products. The Surety Association of Canada announced its board of directors for the next fiscal year. The board includes representatives from various insurance and reinsurance companies. At the annual meeting, Stephen D. Ness, SAC's president and chief operating officer, expressed gratitude for the board's support and guidance. Additionally, 2 individuals will continue participating in the association's board internship program. With the announcement of a 25% tariff on all imports from Canada and Mexico by U.S. President-elect Donald Trump, construction businesses are worried. The Canadian Construction Association offers advice. First, review your contracts. Check if they include provisions for price adjustments due to changes in taxes and customs duties. If not, you may be liable for covering the increased costs. You should also raise the issue early with the owner, especially if you're aware of upcoming changes to taxes or customs duties. The CCA encourages owners to fairly consider requests for price adjustments if contractors are facing unforeseen cost increases due to tariffs. Argue for cost recovery. If you're facing unforeseen costs due to increases in taxes and customs duties, you may have a case for recovering additional costs. However, without clear duty provisions in the contract, this may be challenging. The most important piece of advice is to carefully read and understand your contracts. The federal government has awarded a $98 million contract for the design of a new electronic warfare facility at CFB Kingston, set to open in 2028. The facility will house classrooms, administrative spaces, and maintenance bays for military vehicles. It will also feature high-efficiency heating and cooling systems and on-site solar power generation, meeting the Canadian Green Building Council's zero-carbon building performance standards. This new facility will enhance the Canadian Armed Forces' electronic warfare capabilities, creating approximately 150 jobs during construction and supporting regional economic growth. And that wraps up the news highlights on the Ontario Construction News Daily Podcast, Wednesday, February 22nd, 2025. This podcast was created with the help of artificial intelligence. Please subscribe wherever you get your podcasts for more construction news, updates, and expert insights like these. You can also view the podcast's content at ontarioconstructionnews.com. Thank you for listening.